Welcome to the Equinety Podcast, where horse owners just like you share their incredible Equinety stories and how Equinety is changing their horses' lives. Whether you're searching for something to give your performance horse better focus, faster recovery, and more stamina, or in the extreme case where all hope seems lost, give your horse what it needs to help heal at a cellular level, you'll find it here. So jump in on today's episode to hear how Equinety is helping horses worldwide. Now, welcome your host, John Dowdy.
Hello and welcome to another Equinety Podcast. I am super excited for this one. We're going to swing down into Eastern Florida at Ormond Beach, and Susanna Raymond, who runs a rescue facility, S&P Stables Inc. and Horse Rescue. Susanna, welcome to the call.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited about being on this podcast to tell my stories about Equinety and how it's helping our horses here at the rescue.
Oh, that's great. So with you running a rescue facility, tell us how long you've been doing that and what that's been like for the last 2.5 years.
Well, we've been running it for approximately 2.5 years here in Ormond Beach. We have approximately 25 horses here in our center now. We have 2 out in training. So we work really hard to get these horses into a good situation, whereas their weight is where it should be. The horses look good. The horses have energy. So we're just trying to keep everything going for the benefit of the horses. We have different horses coming in different states of, nutritional value states, some emaciated, some owner surrenders, some agriculture facilities bringing them into us. So we have them coming in all different states of nourishment.
Right. And as I understand, then today we're going to talk about 5 different horses that you've got on the Equinety. And let's start with Mr. T, as you refer to him as. tell us about Tyrone. Yeah, tell us about him.
Tyrone came in as an owner surrender. There was 2 horses. The other horse was in very good shape. Tyrone was very underweight. He also suffers with a very large thyroid goiter. It's about the size of a fist on his neck. Emaciated, brain rot, and very minimal teeth. Truthfully, we were really afraid of how his outcome was going to be because he is a senior horse. He's 23 years old, and having minimal teeth, it makes it very difficult as far as feeding wise. You have to soak the meals and everything like that. But we started him on the Equinety because we were doing some reading up on it, and I said, well, maybe this would be worth trying for him since he has such little teeth, and maybe we can see something. And we were starting him off on the 2 scoops a day, and little by little we were seeing the change. I mean, he blossomed totally different coat. I mean, his coat was so brain rotted that we were afraid that we weren't going to get that shine back, and he's blossomed. 9 weeks and he has blossomed to this beautiful Arabian.
On our website, which is at teamequinety.com, and we're going to have this podcast listed on there, and it's also listed on iTunes and Spotify and some other places as well. But on our website, below this podcast, we'll have everything transcribed. But I'm also going to put some pictures of Tyrone on there because I'm looking at him right now, and holy smokes, he does not look good. With the first pictures that you sent me, and the after pictures, it doesn't even look like the same horse.
Correct, and that was just it. The first picture, the one that he's so emaciated looking, that was on his first day here. We were cleaning him up, giving him a bath, trimming out his mane because it was all mangled, and cleaning up his tail as well. And the second picture is him on the Equinety now with us for 9 weeks.
Wow.
So it's an amazing transformation, how much he's blossomed using this product. And we are still so amazed how well he's doing. I mean, he's eating, he's doing everything. He's actually running around with all the other horses now. It's amazing.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this question because, anybody that's been in the horse business for any length of time, you can take a horse that is in really bad shape, and you just give them some good quality care and feed, and 30, 60, 90 days, they can look like a different horse. Now, based on your experience with being with doing this for 2.5 years, now you've only been using the Equinety for a couple months now. What would you say has been the biggest change from not using Equinety for almost 2.5 years to now using it? What have you seen the big difference there just by adding the Equinety?
Well, I see the difference that it's not taking as long to get the results as before. And that is the biggest thing. Is it's now adding a difference to these horses in a faster time span. Seeing the results a lot faster. The horses have more energy once we've started them, and that is the first biggest change that I've seen is how much their personalities are starting to blossom once they've started taking this. They're changing their personality, their moods, just their activities beyond with the other horses. It has been a big change.
Sure. So they're healthier, they're happier, they're blossoming faster. Right.
Yeah.
So let's go into the secondary horse. We've got 5 now. With 5 horses, let's talk a little bit about palatability. How have all 5 of these horses taken to the product?
Very well. I'm surprised because I've done some other supplements for these horses before, and different aspects of, doing a powder, a pellet, and things like that. Most of these horses have poo-pooed everything away. Basically, they would turn their nose up and walk away, won't even touch their food. Mm-hmm. So this is especially with the one with the Heaves, I've tried other Heave products for her, and nothing. She would not even go near the feed because it either smelled funny or tasted funny, but this one she's actually eating. And she's enjoying it. And she goes and looks for her buddy that she can steal his from. But it's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing. So I'm very pleased with that because usually it's always a fight. Well,
sure.
That you try to mix it. And now it's just throw it right on top of the feed and they're eating it all without any issues.
Yeah, right. So you mentioned a horse with Heaves. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we had Sassy now for about 1.5 years. She came to us with severe Heaves. We didn't realize how bad it was, but when she came to us, she was with us, and we were given a bottle of dexamethasone to administer as soon as the first sign of Heaves came. Well, her Heaves was so severe. Even the Dex wasn't working, and you don't want to keep a horse on a daily routine of Dex because it's just not good for them. So we went on to try another product for her, which was an allergy and respiratory product for equines. No change. We've gotten, as far as respiratory masks and breathing treatments, nothing was helping her. This is the first time since we've gotten her that she has not lost weight. She is breathing. She has shown no signs of Heaves whatsoever. We are so pleased. It almost brought tears to my eyes when I'm watching her now out there with not one sign in this extreme heat of over 100 degrees with the humidity as high as it's been every single day. She's maintaining her weight. She's eating, and we have not had her coughing or breathing problems whatsoever.
Wow. And you've been battling this for 1.5 years.
Yes.
Wow. And just in 9 weeks with this.
Yep.
Wow. Yep.
And we are so surprised and so pleased because she's out there, she's eating, she's happy. She was actually out yesterday chasing one of the other horses around, which I've never seen her do in so long because it was always a battle with the heat.
Right.
Always a constant battle with, even trying to put her in a stall with a fan blowing, it wasn't helping. Misting her down wasn't helping. But now she is blossoming, and it is amazing. I have to say, for the first time, I found a product that actually works for her Heaves.
Wow. I know there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to be excited to hear that because I know it's a battle trying to find something.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and dealing with that has been a very big issue, and I'm very pleased with the outcome on that.
Sure. Wow. Okay, let's go to the next problem child, which
Cushings.
is Cushings. Yes. Okay, tell us about that.
Yes, we have one horse that has had a battle with Cushings, and she really has had an issue as far as keeping her coat from thickening up and curling up on us, and just, she'll choke every so often because of the Cushings as well. We were doing the routine of putting one dark beer a day into her feed at nighttime, which was helping, but it didn't help it enough. So I put her on as well on the Equinety. And I am very pleased to say that we have not been fighting this issue as far as her coat growing out. We are not fighting the issue as far as her choking, as she was with the Cushings. Her coat is maintaining. It is not growing out. It is not long. It is not thick. It is just where it should be. And we're happy to say that she is out there running around with all the other horses doing the same thing as the other ones.
Wow, and so you wouldn't even, somebody that would walk up and see this horse, would they even know that there's any Cushings involved here?
None whatsoever.
Okay, you know what,
None.
We may have to stop right now, Susanna, because this is sounding too good to be true. But we're not going to. We've got a couple other horses to go here, so well, let's go.
Right.
Let's talk about the fourth one.
Okay, we have one that suffers with occasional ulcers, which also has an issue as far as maintaining its coat. So we tried it on him. He was a thoroughbred on OTTB, and every so often he would not want to eat. His stomach would bother him, and we started doing the Equinety once a day, on one scoop a day for him, and we noticed that the issue that he was getting with these ulcers wasn't bothering him anymore. I mean, yes, whenever there was a change in the weather, this horse would be down in his stall at feeding time. He wouldn't want to get up to eat because his tummy bothered him. So I decided one day when he did that, I put a scoop into his feed, put him out of the stall, and let him just to eat his breakfast at the fence line. Well, lo and behold, he ate it. He never went back down again, complaining about a tummy problem. And we started doing it once a day with him, one scoop a day with him. And we have not had a problem with him since then, even with the temperature changes.
Wow.
He's maintaining a beautiful coat as well.
And then the mane and tail as well is growing out and looking good?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy smokes. All right, let's get right into the fifth horse here. What was going on with this one?
The fifth one just had a problem with the rain rot constantly and some kind of allergies, skin allergies or whatever was going on, always rubbing. And we've decided to start doing a scoop of it a day as well. And lo and behold, she is not scratching anymore. Her coat is growing in nicely, her mane and tail, because she was rubbing so much. It has grown in nicely, and I'm happy to say that it's been working with the one scoop a day for her.
Nice. Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time and listening to this one, which you might be asking yourself, how can this product do so many things for so many different horses? Well, the thing that's unique about Equinety and why it helps with so many different scenarios, and one of the best examples that I've come up with is, if you're dealing with, we'll say in your case, Heaves, for example. So you're going to try whatever particular thing is on the market to try to help with Heaves. Then you've got a Cushing's horse, and you're going to try to help with whatever that particular issue is. So we're, as horse owners, and we're trying to target the specific issue. Well, with Equinety, and the amino acids in Equinety are specifically put together and formulated to stimulate the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is the master gland in the body, which releases the hormones, which then help the body heal at a cellular level. So when those hormones are released, the body is deciding where the best place is to send those hormones for the healing. So it's customizing to each horse, and the body knows better than we do where the healing needs to happen. So in short, and we've got videos on our website that go into a lot more detail, but that's really why, in a short way of saying why this product works. And so although it may sound too good to be true, when you kind of understand what's going on from a scientific level, why this product is helping in so many ways. And it's really, really exciting, Susanna, to have you on and share these stories. I know there's a lot of people that are going to benefit in a lot of ways.
Right. And like I said, especially with the one with the Heaves, oh my goodness, it is a miracle for her. A miracle. I mean, I'm so pleased at her not showing any signs this very, very first time. It almost brings tears to my eyes every time I look at her.
Yeah, out there running around and happy and being the horse that she needs to be.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Susanna, thank you so much for taking the time to share these Equinety stories. Again, I know there's going to be a lot of people that will benefit from hearing it, because I know there's a lot of people that battle these same types of things. So,
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me on and allowing me to share my stories on Equinety with my horses.
You bet. And that's Susanna Raymond with S&P Stables, Inc. and Horse Rescue in Ormond Beach, Florida. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's all for this episode of the Equinety Podcast. For more information on purchasing Equinety, be sure to visit our website at teamequinety.com, where you'll also find product information as well as more testimonials on how others have seen amazing results by implementing Equinety into their horse's supplement regime. We'll have more stories on how Equinety is helping horses worldwide right here on a future episode of the Equinety Podcast.